Morning, everybody. Wolfie here. Just driving off to get some groceries. Thought I would say good morning. Well, yeah, and butcher it too. Good morning. Morning, comrades. Boris here. Boris approve of mini vodka. Must pick up vodka and make easier to drive. American traffic is ridiculous. Everyone stay in lane. No one have dash cam. No one crash into each other for insurance fraud. It's very silly. Need much vodka to deal with this. I got nothing. Hey, neat. My car radio's freaking out. Cut that out, damn thing. I guess after 10 years, something has to start failing, right? Tis a good morning, believe it or not. Well, there's stuff on the schedule today, but not too bad. Mostly this afternoon, I think. I gotta take a couple things apart in my office this morning. Make room for something else. Make room for their replacements. But a couple monitors I gotta take out because they are the missus, and she is coming to get them back. I think officially they belong to her work, her employer. So, it would make sense that since she's moved out, she should probably have those. But yeah, I've got a couple of replacements coming. $89 for 21-inch 1080p screens. They're probably absolute shit, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. I mean, for a work laptop especially. But also, if you're not gaming on them, you really don't need to spend a lot of money. Hey, neat, the radio flipped out again. Damn it. I cannot afford to fix that. Do not flake, Mr. Carr. Crazy thing. So I have no major topics to discuss today. This is another just mindless stream of consciousness recording. I can't live stream tonight because I've got something else booked. I'm going to be teaching someone how to program. This will be fun. So first lesson, and this person has never written a computer program in her life. So this should be a fun exercise. We'll see how far we get. See if she's even actually interested in it. She says she is, but you know how it goes. Once you actually start doing something, you decide, you have a better idea of whether you actually like it or not. I've made the potentially controversial decision to start her out in JavaScript. I thought about doing C, but then I realized I am her friend, and I want her to like me when we're done. So, C is a good way to teach somebody a bit more closely how computers work. But it's also a bit of a language to understand if it's your first exposure to programming. Because, when you're new, you probably shouldn't have to worry about allocating memory, managing pointers, freeing memory, and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, I think a language like JavaScript or Python would be better. And I gave Python some serious consideration, but ultimately I decided that JavaScript would be a little easier. Just for the simple fact that if she wants to play around with JavaScript and doesn't want a lot of setup, she can just open her web browser and hit F12, and boom, there's a JavaScript interpreter right there. And it's ubiquitous, it's everywhere. Lots of people use it. It's used in a lot of production systems now. It's the language of choice for web browser interactivity and functionality on web pages, that sort of thing. So it seems like a decent start. Have her installing Node so we can do a little bit of offline stuff too. And yeah, it should be fun and interesting. And also this afternoon, my wife is coming over to pick some things up. And I don't know how long that'll take or whether I'll get more good news. She seems to bring lots of that anytime she visits lately. Every interaction with her just ends up with my stomach in knots. I hate that. Terrible feeling. I think the worst thing about divorce is you can't talk to or confide in your best friend and the person who you thought cared about you more than anyone in the world, because that's the person that's hurting you. And so it kind of sucks, you know? But I do have, I've got other friends, like the one I'm helping with programming. She's been pretty supportive. She lives way off in Texas. So, I don't have any local support apart from my coworkers, but we're all working from home lately, so there's not even any of that. Like in-person kind of conversation or support. I really should find a therapist to go talk to. I think that would be a good idea. Beep. My car has a backup beeper. Weird thing is, it's only inside, not outside. Alright, I have arrived. Now I have to task switch. Let's see if this works. Keep recording. It did not work. As soon as I switched out of the app, it stopped recording. So, I'll just merge the two videos together. Shouldn't be a problem. The funny thing is, yesterday I recorded for nearly 28 minutes. And I stopped recording when I got to the drive up. And it only took them maybe 2 or 3 minutes to make my order. And then another 10 minutes to drive home. But I had the phone upload the video on the way home, and it actually finished. So it uploaded 28 minutes of video before I got home, and it took maybe, all of 10 minutes. So I know the video quality is not great, and that's probably why it was a fast upload, but I was still pretty impressed. It did an upload of, a gigabyte of video in less than 10 minutes over a mobile network, which is pretty neat. Our technology's getting good. I think what really bums me out, she's cute. She's really cute. Yes. Cool. All right, thank you. This is neat. I ordered malta soda. Thanks, you too. And we depart. When I ordered, so I just wanted some soda, and they, because, I don't have enough weight packed on. I'm actually losing weight. It's called the divorce diet. I don't recommend it. Because it sucks ass, and it's, I'm sure, very, very bad for you. But it involves getting divorced. and you get so stressed out that you don't eat. You subsist on basically sugar, I think. Not really. I've just been mostly drinking fluids and the occasional piece of bread. Because, hey, French bread's awesome. But yeah, I really haven't been eating all that much. And yes, my friends have been scolding me for that. But yeah, so I ordered mostly soda, and I got some other things just to hit the price minimum. I think you have to order $35 worth of stuff for Walmart to be willing to do the pickup thing for you. And it's okay, it works out. Yet another red light. This seems to be my thing this week. But yeah, they had a limit of 3 of 12 packs of soda, which bummed me out, of cans. So then I was like, okay, up yours. And I got a bunch of bottles. Little plastic bottles. That's a cute little car next to me. I think that's that's a Toyota Yaris. I did honestly think about getting a Yaris instead of a Prius, but I'm glad I got my Prius. I love my car. Good machine. But yeah, I bought a bunch of bottles of Dr. Pepper. That is the patrician's choice for sodas. That explains the rotting teeth. So yeah, I got a bunch of bottles of it too, and there was a limit on that, which sucked. So I think it was max 3 on each. So I got my sugar water supply, and then I think I got some Starburst, and then some other damn thing, I forget what. So that was my shopping list for today. Oh yeah, and another gallon of milk, because they restricted my milk purchase yesterday too. I get why they have limits, but the limits suck. They're too limiting. I love how this has to look to other people driving their cars and looking over at me, seeing me talking to myself. Although realistically, there's a lesson that people have to learn in life, and that is that most people don't care what you're doing. Most people don't even notice what you're doing. A lot of us, at least I think some of us, myself included, tend to be really self-conscious about how we look, how we behave in public, what people think of us. And the sad truth of it is they don't. It's not that people might look down on you or think you're weird. They just don't think about you at all, because you're in the periphery. You're not interacting with them, and they're just not paying attention, so they don't notice you. You're part of the background noise. You're not actually something they care about or are interested in. And that's even true when you're driving your car and talking to your phone. If somebody does notice, then they're just going to think, that's kind of weird. Or at worst, they're going to think, what a freak! And then they're going to drive off and do their own thing again. I highly doubt I've ever made a conversation, someone's random conversation. Yeah, I was driving down this street and I saw this guy talking to his cell phone. You wouldn't believe it. Dude, everyone talks to their cell phone. What are you talking about? It's not weird. Shut up. You're stupid. Go to hell. I can't be friends with you anymore, you Trump supporter. I voted for Clinton. Then it's your fault. Yeah. There I go again, taking everything too far. Dead air. Excitement Central. This is a nice car. I've had this thing 10 years, and it has served me well. Bought it brand new, and I imagine at this point its blue book would probably be between $6,000 and $8,000. So some people would tell me, hey, you should trade that in and get a new one. But I like not having a car payment. Also, I love this car, and I don't think I'm ever going to give it up until it just straight up dies. And that's going to be a while because it's a Toyota. And apparently there's a, insane long warranty on the hybrid system. So, if the battery pack fails within, it's 12 years, I think, or 120,000 miles, something like that, they'll replace it for free. And I'm told that at the 10-year mark, these can sometimes have problems with their batteries. This one has not. There hasn't been any issue at all with it. I'm getting kind of shittier mileage than usual, but you kind of cry crocodile tears when I say that because I'm only getting 41 miles per gallon. So, world's smallest violin. I'm used to it getting 50. So that's a 20% drop. I should probably take it in and have it diagnosed. But it could just be a matter of the battery getting old, and that's just the way it is. And that's okay. It's a good car, though. I highly recommend a Toyota Prius if you're looking for a new car and you want good mileage, and you just want a nice car too. It's taken 10 years for the radio to start flaking out on me, and that's pretty good for a piece of essentially consumer electronics. They built this car like a tank. I've had no mechanical problems with it, really no issues at all. I had the regular 12-volt battery die on me after about 5 years, but that's pretty normal for a traditional car battery. And yes, it actually does have one. It uses it to start, if you can believe that. Or to switch on the hybrid system, anyway. Yeah, the kitties here at the house. Well, I'm going to go feed the stranger cats, the feral cats. I'll catch up with you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take care.